My name is Jensen. Let's learn some UiPath. Today we will talk about how we can download attachments from Outlook, and we will see how we can solve a problem with these attachments. Say that we download these attachments and they got the same name, so per default it would just override the previous one, and we will create a dynamic solution so that we don't override anything. However, let's just learn to save these attachments first. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That will help me a lot. So head to UiPath. First, we will need a get Outlook message, mail message. We'll get Outlook here, drag it in, then mark it, and we can choose some settings. First, there's the account. The account is just your Outlook account. If you leave it blank, it will just be the standard one. And I only got one here, so we don't have to specify the account. However, I think it's nice to be sure that it's always this. Say it's changed and it's not the default anymore, then we still got it specified up here. Then we will choose the folder in where we want the mails to be imported from. And here I got some sample mails here, so I will choose the inbox. If you're not changing it, then it will be the inbox. So this one will be the inbox. Then we can choose to have only unread messages. We will just choose everything. This one will ask us how many mails we want. I just want 30, but if you want 1,000, you can specify that, or just 10. Then we want to store it to an output, so Control K and list mail. So now we stored this mail into a list. We can see it down in variables. Here, a list of mail messages. So close down the variable manager again. And now we just need to save the attachments on this list. So how do we do that? We will use a save attachments, drag it in here, and we'll need to save these attachments. However, we want to go through a loop, so we also need a for each loop here. And what we'll do here is that we'll create this outer loop, and then we'll drag these attachments in like this. Now we just need a lot of settings and some settings to these things. So first there's this for each. We need to change it to a mail message instead of an object. So click it, then browse for types, drag it down here, mail message, and choose the one on the system.net.mail. I repeat, choose this one and not one of the other ones. There's one named the same, so be sure that this is this one. Click OK. And then we want to iterate through each item in the list mail, like this. Now this one is done. Then we want to save the attachments, and we want to save it. We want to save the item. That's just each item of this list, if there are any. And then we want to save it to a place. We made a folder here on the desktop called attachments. So just right click and choose this folder. You can choose whatever folder you want. So it's not like you have to do this. Quotation marks, and then paste it in. And then attachments, like this. So now it will first we will get the 30 mail messages, save them into a list. Then we will iterate through this list and save the attachments, if there are any, on these mails. So let's try to run that. UiPath will run, and let's go to the folder. We can see that it's saved two mails and meetup. So this one is one of them, meetup, and the other one is up here, mails. So that's fine. Now we learned to save attachments to a folder on our computer. However, we could run into a problem. Say that, let me go to Outlook, let me create a new mail to myself, RPA test, and we could call it hi, and then we go to this folder here, and say that we send this attachment again here. Let us, now we can see that we got two attachments with the same name, and let's try to run our robot again. Let's go to the folder, and now we can see we only got one of these attachments. So if they got the same name, then it will just override the previous one. That's not really clever. Say that we got different attachments with the same name, then this will be a real problem. And how can we solve this? I think the best way to solve it is to create unique folders for each of the attachments with a unique name. And we can use a unique name. We can use the date and the time of that mail, so down to seconds, because then we all most likely not run into problems. We could create it even more unique if we wanted, but I think this is enough. Let's see how we can solve this. First, we go back to UiPath and let's see how UiPath stores the date of the mail. So find a right line, drag it in here, and then we will use the item.headers class here, and then the date, and then to string. So that this one will just give us how UiPath will store the date, so we can use it. Let's run it again. It's fine. Go down to output. We can see how the data is stored here. I think it's nice to mark it and then copy it, open up a notepad and paste it in. Why do I do that? That's because we want to work with this date and time, because we cannot make a folder with this exact name, because this one, I think Windows will think that this one is a directory, and this one we can't even write in a file name. So this one will we will get into problems if we try to use this one. So let's we want to create a folder format, maybe like this, 2020 10:02, an underscore, and then the time. So 12:15:40, right? Like this. So, and then we want to create a folder and save the attachments into this folder, because then it's unique. So how do we do that? First, we need to convert this date here up here, that's the date we got from the headers, to this format. So I think what we'll do is that we'll get an assign here, drag this one in, then we will Control K, create a variable called date, like this, and then we can start to create the date. Open up the variable value manager, the expression editor up here with the value, so we can start to type, because this one will be not a really long, but rather long. So we use the DateTime, and then we want to use the parse exact. You can see that in parentheses, UiPath will even help us with these .NET helps. And first, we need to specify what comes in. And the thing that comes in, that's just this one down here. Now we can't copy it, but we can just write it again. So that will be the item, headers, date to string. Like this, and then a comma. Then we gotta tell UiPath what format this is in. So let us do that. That will be quotation marks. That will be the month, days, and year. Year. And then a blank, and then we can fill in the time, and that's in the format hours, minutes. So remember, big M's, that's month, and small M's, that's just minutes. Like this. So now we specified how the input, what the input is, that's here. And then we specified how the format is. Then we can put in comma, and then we want to put in the system globalization command. But let me just fix this one. I forgot parentheses up here. Like this. Sorry about that. But it's always nice to see errors on the fly. Instead of just correcting this video, I like to give you a view of how you just fix it over time. So usually we will have a warning out here. Now we just need to type in we can have the help here, the system, globalization, and then the culture info, and then invariant culture. Like this. So now, and then we can say that we want this to a string. So right now nothing is really happening, but we can specify what format we want it in, this format up here. So parentheses, quotation marks, and then what we want here is that we want a year first, then we want the month, the day, then we want it an underscore, and then the hours, minutes, seconds. So hours, minutes, seconds, right? Like this. So now, and we even got a error more here. That's because this str date is just a generic value at the time. We want to change it to a string. and it should work like this, and we can see that the errors are gone. That's fine. So now we created this variable, and the variable just takes this date it gets from the mail and convert it to this thing here, because then we can use it in our folder creation. Now we need to create a folder every time a mail got an attachment. So that will be an if. We can just delete this right line, by the way, and then drag in an if. So we want to specify that each time a mail got an attachment, then we want to do something here. And so what we'll do is that we'll take the item and then attachments, then .any. This one will return a true or a false. And in this if, the true goes here and the false goes here. So in the false, we won't do anything. We won't create a folder. However, we want to create a folder if this one is true, that we got an attachment. So find a create folder. Drag this one down here. And then we need a full path of this folder. And we will just use the, so let me shift right click here. Again, didn't I? Shift right click and then copy as path here. Just click one of the files. Then we can quotation marks, paste it in, and we don't need this one here. Like this. So here we saved it under attachments, and then we want to create a folder with this. In this attachment, we want to create a folder with the name, with the date and the time. So click plus, and then we will have the str date like this. Oh, the str data, and this one should do. Let's see what UiPath tried to tell us. I think we got a quotation mark too many. Like this. This one should work. Now it says that I think this variable, we'll open up the expression editor here. Yeah, here we just type in like this. Now we created the folder. Then we could save the attachments into this folder here. And so we'll choose a save attachment like this. And we will just use the same folder that we just created. That will just be down here like this. And we will just save attachment item like this. And now we can run it, and we will just could delete this attachment out here. So now it will run through. What we'll do here is that we get the mail messages first. Then we loop through each item in this mail. Then we assign, we take the date from these mails and paste it into a format that we could use, this format. And then we asked, do we get any attachments in this mail on this list? If yes, then we create a folder with this date and time on, and then we save the attachments here. Let's try to run this. And we can see how it works. Like this, then go to the folder, and now we can see that unfortunately we created attachments for everything. And why did we do that? Well, that's a good question, but I can tell you why. I think we got this one wrong. So this one should be attachments. We got the alternate view. So let's go back and let's just delete all this. Let's try to run the robot again. Like this. And now you can see that we just we got these 3 mail folders like we want, with the attachments in and the unique date and time. That's quite clever, isn't it? If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel, and have a good day. Bye bye.